Welcome to another tutorial. In this video I show you how to create a 3D character with AI, how to create animations for this character, also with AI, and how to use this character and animations in a video game. It is very important to watch this video till the end. With Luma AI I will create this 3D character. You find a link in the video description. Now hit slash and then prompt. And here we leave the prompt. I will Captain Jack Sparrow as a 3D game character. Hit enter. Now we got 4 versions to preview our character. And they are looking really great. I think number 1, number 3 and number 4 could be good. But you can see here number 3 has something like snow under his legs. I think now I will choose the number 1. High res number 1. And then it took almost like 10 minutes. Now the character is done. Looks good, but the face, it doesn't look perfect now, but okay. This tool will improve very soon. It is just to demonstrate you how works all of this workflow. Then click here, jump there, and now we can have a preview and we can download the character here. Now we leave Discord. And this is the character, looks great, only the face doesn't look so good, but okay. And you can choose what kind of file you want to download. In our case we need an OBJ file. Download the character. And now we get all the files here. We create a different folder only for this character and name it Jack Sparrow. Now we move all of the files inside. Then we open Blender, delete the cube, click on File and import OBJ file. You can see that now he got his texture. And then the animations we create with another AI tool. The name is Motion. And here we can choose between a lot of presetted characters. We are using the character bot. We leave the prompt. Relaxing idle position, and the idle position, this is just the movement or the animation when the character is doing nothing, when he's not walking, he's not jumping, just to make something more interesting in the game. Okay, then we get these 2 animations here. Have a look. Okay, the first one he looks like sitting on a chair, but the second one looks pretty cool for me. Like a Michael Jackson dance. It looks funny. We can use it. And then click here on M2 FBX. We're leaving Discord just for the download, and the download is really quick, just a few seconds and you got your file. Open the folder and move it into our Jack Sparrow animation folder, or character folder. And then we create another animation just for walking or for running, we choose the bot again. Running animation. Let's try this, and here we choose false and hit enter. Now we got our animation, always 2 versions, and give it a try. I like both of them, but I like more number 2. M2, FBX, download, move the animation into the Jack Sparrow character folder, and we need a jump animation for our character. Same thing, jumping animation, oh no, I don't like. Let's try it again with a little bit different prompt. Now let's say jump like a video game character bot, and false Okay, number 1 is okay. Let's check it out. Okay, now we got all the 3 animations we need for our character. And then back to Blender, go to File and Import. Import an FBX file. Now we choose the first animation, and this is the idle animation. Now bring animation and the character in the same position. So rotate the animation with RZ 90 degree. And then rotate character and animation, select both of them to let them look at front view. Then when you hit the 1 on your numpad, then you see that they look at you. Now we get here also this character, and we don't need the character, okay? We need nothing from that. We need only the bone structure. You can see inside the bone structure of the character. All the other mesh parts we can delete. Select this one and X delete. Now we see we get only the bone structure. With G and Y we can move it. Now let's go to the edit mode, scale it down, bring it at the same size like the character. And then click here, visibility in front, so that we get always our bone structure in front of the character. Now we have to edit the bones. You can see here when we go to X mirror, nothing happens, and the reason because of this is that the bones, they have different names, so we have to change the names that Blender knows exactly this is the right and this is the left side, okay? Now here we change the name like upper arm dot L for the left side, and then go to the right, change it into upper arm dot R for the right side. Now Blender knows exactly what's the left and what's the right, okay? Now we can use this mirror tool, and now let me change every bone, because we have to change each one now. It took some time, like 5 to 10 minutes, and after that we can continue and bring all of the bones in the position. Now you can see here the bone structure is now aligned with the character. And then we go to pose mode, select everything, all of the bones, and then let's make this much bigger here. You see here all the keyframes that we have in this animation. Select all of them with A and move them just one to the right side, okay? Then on keyframe number 1 and with Alt R we bring all of the bones into the standard position from the rotation, because R, that means rotation. Now we have also to change the position. You can see here in pose mode, in the edit mode, and now here in the pose mode you see it is different. Alt R and Alt G. G is for position. Then hit I. Now we set a keyframe at location and rotation. Now we get this standard keyframe on frame number 1. Then in pose mode, select the armature, change to object mode, select also the character with holding shift and then Control P, and with automatic weights. Now you can see here that our character now is connected with the bone structure, and we can move everything. We can animate now our character. Now when play the animation you can see it looks a little bit strange, only the arms. I think we have to make a little change there, but let me show you how. Good, now we have to fix this problem. You can see here on the left side you see all the bones we have there, and each bone you can turn it off. You can also block or lock that, and you see each keyframe here, okay? And on every keyframe you see that every bone has an animation there, has a movement on this keyframe. Now we have to find the problem and we have to fix it. What we do now, we can rotate the upper arm, and then we hit I on the keyboard to give this bone a keyframe on frame number 2, location and rotation. But now you can see from frame number 3 we get this problem again, because this bone is framed, has a keyframe on each frame till the end, okay? And what we do now to fix this problem, let's bring the left upper arm in the same position and rotate it. Location and rotation with I, a new keyframe, and you see here the same thing from frame number 3. Frame number 1 and number 2 have the same keyframe. Now, so we can fix this problem, we delete all the keyframes, you know, only frame number 1 we leave. Now you can see we fix this problem with that, and we do the same thing with the other bone. On the right side, select all the keyframes, only number 1, and you can see now it looks perfect. And then we select the camera, Alt R and Alt G, we bring it in the standard position. RX 90 degree to rotate the camera. Bring the camera in the position, and then let's check the lighting. Okay, that looks great. Good. Now we go back here to the timeline and let's see how much keyframes this animation has. Back to the dope sheet. We select the armature and in pose mode select everything. Now you can see how much keyframes we got here. (128). Back to the timeline. Now we change the end 128. Now we get a smooth animation. Good. Now we need another animation. We import the next FBX file. Now we do the same thing here. We delete the mesh and also this mesh. Select the armature and bring it in position. Place it here next to the character. Or better there. And then we select character and the armature. With Shift D we duplicate. You can see we got 2 of them. We got a copy. Now we can switch off the first one that we you can see that anymore. It's here, it's the mesh. Just turn off the mesh. Now we get only the copied mesh here. And this is the copied armature, and we delete now all the keyframes from this new armature. Select everything and X and delete keyframes. Then select the character, and now here delete all the vertex groups, because the vertex groups are the parts that are connected the character with each bone. Okay, now we get a clean character and a clean armature. Select at first our copied armature, and then we select the FBX armature. Hit Ctrl L and link animation data. Now you can see we got a copy from the new armature to the copied armature. But now we have to connect the character with the armature with automatic weights like we did before. But now you can see that looks a little bit, yeah, like just basically just like jumping a little bit. Now we select the new FBX armature here, select the bones and change the name of the bones, the upper leg .L, just to give it a try, and the right one, upper leg .R. Give it a try. Now you can see the movement from the legs is much better. Now we do the same thing with the lower legs. Go to the left, lower leg .L, and the right one, lower leg .R. Now look there, we get a clean walking animation or running animation, and the arms we can leave it like that. Not a problem, it doesn't look so bad. And you can see that the animation or the walking animation doesn't start immediately. Now I think we can delete some keyframes at first. Let's have a look there. I think till 50 we can delete them all. Now go to the beginning and select all of them till 50, X delete keyframes, and then select everything and move them to keyframe number 1. Now you can see we got a super nice running animation. And maybe here we can delete something. Let's mark till keyframe 19 and then select these guys here, and way better. Okay, nice. And one important thing, because we make a video game and the character is moving forward when he's running, and this is what we don't need, because we need only that he is moving his legs and arms, but still on one side, because the movement makes the video game engine. And to resolve this problem, we select only the hips bone, and then we turn off the location. Look there, just uncheck all of them, X, Y and Z location. Now we can see he's only moving his arms and legs, but he doesn't move from one to the other side. He's standing on one side, and this is exactly what we want. And now it's the time to import our last animation. Click on File, Import FBX Animation. Now the jump animation. Now we do exactly the same thing, just delete all the meshes, select the armature, scale it down, then copy character and armature, select, duplicate, Shift and D, then hide the last one, delete all the keyframes on the armature, and then on the character delete all the vertex groups. And then select the copied armature and then the new FBX armature. Control L, link animation data. Now we get not too much keyframes here on this animation. Now connect character with the armature. Now we do the same thing here. Select the new FBX animation. Change the name into upperlegs.l, upperleg.l. The right one, upperleg.r. And look, same thing we do with the lower legs. And the right side. Nice. Now it's time to render all the 3 animations we have. First, turn everything out. Get only one. And then we get 128 for the first animation. Go to the render settings here and click on film and transparent, so that we get a transparent background. We render this animation in PNG one by one. (128) and click here on render and render animation. And then go to your folder where your animation is saved. Select all the PNG images, create a new folder, and name it idle animation. Just idle. And move all the images inside of this folder. And then we do the same thing with the other 2 animations. Just change the end frame here. Now we got 90. On the running animation. Go to render animation and then save them in a new folder for the running, and then same thing with the jump animation. And then we open the codeless video game engine, Buildbox. You find the link in the video description. Create a new project, and then you see here some different templates of video games that you can create. It is really funny. You can find in my other YouTube channel exactly how to create video games with Buildbox, okay? You find the link also in the video description. Just check it out if you want to learn more about that. I just show you some basics here today to bring an AI-made character into Buildbox. Now we are looking for the platformer template, and it's this one. Just click, and then you can choose some things like open world or single world. You can add a pause menu and create. Now we get this basic template here. can always give it a try. This is the character. And hit the play button here. No important. Start. And here with the control buttons you can move the character. Or can die. Restart. Move. With J you can jump. The keyboard. And now, here we can change the character. The default animation you can see here, this is the idle animation. Now we go to the folder. Go to our folder, select all the images and move them here inside of this box. And here you can change the size from your character. Maybe 0.3 could be good. Or maybe 0.2 will be much better. Okay, perfect. And click here to edit the collision shape. Collision shape, that means with which parts the character can collide with other objects or with other enemies or whatever. You can add more polygons and then just edit the collision shape here along the character. Something like that, and that looks good. You can close. And then go to the jump animation. Select all the images and move them here inside of the box. Same thing we do with the running animation. Move it into move animation. And give it a try. You can see the idle animation looks really great. The walking and with the jump animation we have to improve a little bit, but let me show you how. Just click here. And then maybe we can reduce the frames to 7 and at the move animation we can add a loop here and the speed we can change into number 2 and give it a try. Look there, looks pretty cool. And this character and animation was made with AI. Amazing! What do you think? I think that AI will change the way how video games are made. For the big players and for indie game developer. Maybe you will be the next one. If you found this tutorial was helpful, then give it a like, subscribe to my channel and then see you soon. Bye!